The early 1950s changed America forever, not just in lifestyle, but on the road. In 1953, Ford took a bold step and renamed its trusted F1 to the F100, marking the birth of the modern pickup truck era. This generation wasn't just about hauling loads. It was about comfort, pride, and a sense of identity. Ford realized people wanted a truck that worked hard, but also looked good driving to town. Smooth curves replaced the old flat fenders, and a stylish grille gave the truck a confident face. The new automatic transmission made driving effortless, while the 1956 wraparound windshield brought in a futuristic touch. This was the moment Ford trucks became more than tools. They became part of American life. The second-generation F-Series proved that style and strength could finally ride together. In 1953, Ford made one of its most important decisions to completely redesign its truck lineup for a new kind of customer. America was booming after World War II. Suburbs were expanding, highways were spreading, and people were starting to see trucks not just as workhorses, but as vehicles that represented personal freedom. This is where the second-generation Ford F-Series 1953 to 1956 stepped in, forever changing how Americans look at pickup trucks. The first major change came with the name. The old F1 badge was retired, replaced with the F100. It might have seemed small, but it was a big deal. That new name, F100, carried a modern sound, setting the stage for the iconic F150 that would come decades later. Ford engineers didn't just tweak the design, they rebuilt it from the ground up. The frame was stronger, the suspension more comfortable, and the cabin roomier. For the first time, Ford trucks started offering a more car-like driving experience. It was a hint that people wanted utility, yes, but also comfort. By 1953, Ford introduced its first-ever automatic transmission in a pickup. For many drivers, that was a game-changer. Now, they could enjoy the toughness of a truck without the effort of shifting gears. This opened up a whole new market: families, small business owners, and suburban drivers who wanted practicality and ease. The design language changed completely. Gone were the boxy, upright looks of the early F-Series. The 1953 to 1956 models were smoother, rounder, and much more stylish. The fenders blended beautifully into the body, and the new grille gave the truck a friendly, powerful face. This wasn't just a machine anymore. It was a vehicle you could probably park in your driveway. Inside, the cabin saw major improvements. Ford added better seats, new dash layouts, and improved insulation, making the driving experience far more refined than before. Trucks were no longer just loud, bumpy rides for farmers. They were becoming everyday vehicles for ordinary people. Under the hood, Ford continued refining its power plants. The flathead V8 was nearing its final years, but it was still loved for its reliability. In 1954, Ford introduced a new Y-block V8, which brought more power and smoother performance. It wasn't just a work truck anymore. It was a symbol of modern engineering. Each model year brought subtle but important changes. The 1950 for F100 featured new power steering and 12-volt electrical systems, big upgrades for convenience and safety. These improvements made Ford trucks more dependable for daily use, attracting a wider audience beyond the farming community. But 1956 was the year everything came together. The 1956 Ford F100 became an instant classic. It featured a wraparound windshield, sleek body lines, and a redesigned dashboard that looked far ahead of its time. The hood was flatter, the fenders smoother, and the truck's proportions were near perfect. To this day, the 56 F100 is considered one of the most beautiful pickups ever built. That same year, Ford introduced a new safety feature: optional seat belts, something unheard of in most trucks of that era. It showed Ford's growing commitment to not just performance and comfort, but also to protecting drivers and passengers. Pop culture began to take notice. Ford trucks started appearing in magazines, ads, and even TV shows. They became symbols of reliability and honest work, the kind of truck a proud and American dad would drive home after a long day. The F-100 had successfully crossed from farm fields into city streets. By the time production ended in 1956, Ford had established something far greater than a truck line. It had created a legacy. The F-Series was now seen as America's truck, and the F-100 was its shining star. Collectors today still treasure these models. The 1956 F-100, with its signature wraparound windshield and classic chrome grille, is one of the most sought-after vintage trucks in history. Its design influences even modern F-150s, showing how timeless Ford's vision truly was. The 1953 to 1956 Ford F-Series didn't just evolve. It transformed. It proved that a truck could be practical, powerful, and stylish all at once. This generation paved the way for every F-Series that followed, defining the DNA of America's best-selling truck for decades to come. From the first smooth curve to the last gleam of chrome, the second-generation F-Series embodied one simple truth: trucks could be both tough and beautiful.